Okay, just going through our improvements from June. Now it's a little while ago, so I'll see how my memory goes. But with this one, we just got rid of a few extra markings that weren't needed anymore, as we found new homes for those things. These SOPs, they used to be in a file, so pretty hard to get to and not very easy to use. So just moved them over to Cozentify and also hung them up on the boards so they're nice and clear. And then this tool cabinet was a pretty bad mess. Not really anything had a home, it was just all chucked on the shelf. So we hung a few things up, got a few labels on it, made a few standard locations, nice and clean. These two bins were just sort of floating around the factory. They didn't really have a home, so we popped some labels on it so we know where they go after they've been emptied. Then this stationery holder here, it was just a bit of a homemade jobby, so we changed that one over to a nice 3D printed one. And then this bin in the assembly area, we just made some homes for that and got a few labels on that. Also this 2x1 and holder, we cleaned that up a little bit, got rid of the excess stock out of there, and also made some little separators in there as well. So we got the different types of 2x1 that we have. We used to masking tape the Carmunk cards on the front of the bins, so we changed that over. I started printing out these little nice 3D printed versions. So they just slots in there, much easier. And then the QR codes, we used to have these in the back of the edger for the SOPs, but it's not that easy for reference, so we actually printed the SOPs out and put it on the wall behind the edger. And then here, the screws at the back were pretty hard to get to, so made a little stand for that, so it's much easier to reach. And then this knife holder here, again a bit of a homemade one, which we just replaced with a nice looking 3D printed one. And this air hose here was just across the floor and wasn't that easy to use, so we changed that to a air hose from the ceiling, which is much nicer. And then this one here, the handle for the router shroud broke off, so we got a new one and replaced that, fixed it all up nicely. And then with this one, our trolley markings were still to suit the old layout. We changed things around a bit, so we've updated those markings and made proper spots for the trolleys to make it a bit easier. In this pigeonhole here, the plans kept going right to the back of the pigeonhole, which made it hard to grab, so just put a little extra block in there so that they all nicely sit at the front, makes it nice and easy. Then this roster here used to be on this little laminated card, but since we started the morning meetings, I've been putting the slides, so I've just popped it on my computer so it's a bit easier to reference. And this door closer here was slamming, so just got that adjusted, so it's a bit smoother. And then here we have to throw out a certain type of glut, so we just put a little picture there on what ones to keep, what ones to throw out. Then this here, we've got a new broom for the bathroom, so we hung it up next to the bathroom where it actually gets used. And then we made a little spot for a 10-cent bin for all afterwork beers. And then also I made a little drawer under my desk to store a few little things. And then here the wires were coming out a bit, which wasn't very good, so got that all fixed up and looking much better. And then also made a few homes for these stuff around the spray bench. And this here, every time you clean the bathroom, if you open the door too far, it would lock and also damage the wall, which wasn't very nice. So we put a little stopper in there, so now it doesn't lock it anymore, and also it doesn't damage the wall. And then this here, the spray gun didn't really have a proper home; it just sort of hung there, so made a little platform for it. And then rounding up, gave the forklift a nice little wash so it all looks nice and sparkly and clean again.